Have you ever held an old coin in your hand? Maybe it was a gift from your grandparents, a small dark piece of metal with strange markings. That little coin is not just money, it is a piece of history. It tells a story of kings, empires, and the everyday lives of people who came long before us. In Pakistan and across the subcontinent, this story is deeply connected to one beautiful metal, silver. For thousands of years, silver has been more than just a way to buy things. It has been a symbol of wealth, a sign of power, and a trusted way for families to save for the future. This journey of silver, from ancient treasures to modern investments, is a fascinating part of our shared heritage. The story of silver is woven into the very fabric of our culture. Think about the heavy silver jewelry a bride wears on her wedding day, or the small silver tawiz a child might wear for protection. These are not just traditions, they are echoes of a time when silver was the most important metal in our daily lives. The coins that our ancestors used for trade, the rupees minted by powerful emperors, and the silver bars that merchants stored in their vaults all played a role in building the world we live in today. Understanding this journey helps us appreciate why silver continues to hold such a special place in our hearts and our homes, connecting our present to a rich and glorious past. This essay is a journey back in time. We will explore the very first coins used in our land, simple pieces of silver stamped with unique symbols. We will then travel forward to meet the great Sher Shah Suri, the visionary ruler who gave us the first standardized silver rupee. We will witness the grandeur of the Mughal Empire, where emperors like Akbar perfected the silver coin and spread its use across a vast domain. From there, we will see how the British changed the coinage and what happened after Pakistan gained its independence. This is not just a history lesson, it is the story of our money, our culture, and our identity. As we move from the past to the present, we will also look at how silver's role has changed. Why did we stop using silver coins for our daily shopping? How did this precious metal transform from everyday currency into a valuable investment? We will discuss how people in Pakistan today use silver to save money, create beautiful jewelry, and even in modern industries. We will also uncover the secrets behind its fluctuating price and what you need to know before buying or selling it. This is the complete story of silver's incredible journey, a story that continues to unfold even today in our homes and markets. Long before the names of kings were stamped on coins, people in our region had already started using metal as money. Around 2,600 years ago, the first coins appeared in ancient India, in the lands that are now part of Pakistan and northern India. These were not the perfectly round coins we see today. They were small, irregular pieces of silver, often square or rectangular. They are known as punch-marked coins because different symbols were punched onto their surface using small, sharp tools. Each symbol, like a sun, a bull, or a geometric pattern, probably represented a different kingdom, a powerful merchant group, or a local ruler who guaranteed the coin's value. These early coins were not just made of silver. People also used copper and other metals, but silver was always considered the most valuable. The punch-marked coins were a huge step forward for trade and society. Before them, people had to barter, which meant trading goods directly. For example, a farmer might have to trade a bag of wheat for a pair of shoes. This was complicated and inefficient. With coins, trade became much easier. A farmer could sell his wheat for a set number of silver coins and then use those coins to buy whatever he needed. This simple invention helped cities grow, trade expand, and kingdoms become more powerful and organized. The designs on these ancient coins tell us a lot about the world they came from. Because there was no single powerful emperor ruling the entire region, many different local rulers and states, known as Mahajanapadas, issued their own coins. This is why we see such a wide variety of symbols. A coin from the kingdom of Gandhara, with its capital near modern-day Peshawar, would have different marks than a coin from the kingdom of Magadha in the east. Archaeologists have found hordes of these coins buried in the ground, giving us clues about ancient trade routes and the economic life of people who lived thousands of years ago. The use of punch-marked coins continued for centuries, even after Alexander the Great's invasion brought Greek-style coins to the region. Later, empires like the Mauryans created a more unified system, but the basic idea of using stamped pieces of silver remained. These first simple coins laid the foundation for the entire monetary history of the subcontinent. They were the ancestors of the rupee, the currency we use today. They represent the beginning of a long and fascinating story where silver became the backbone of the economy, a standard of value that would be refined and perfected by future rulers. For many centuries after the first punch-marked coins, the currency system in the subcontinent was a confusing mix. Different kingdoms used different coins with varying weights and purities of metal. This made trade between regions very difficult. A merchant traveling from one city to another would have to constantly exchange his money, often losing value in the process. It was a chaotic and inefficient system that needed a major reform. This is where a truly remarkable ruler, Sher Shah Suri, enters our story. In his short but impactful reign in the mid-16th century, he changed the face of the subcontinent's economy forever. Sher Shah Suri was a brilliant administrator who understood that a strong empire needed a strong and reliable currency. He introduced a revolutionary idea, a standardized coinage system. He created a new silver coin, which he called the Rupiya. This was not just another coin. It was a carefully designed standard. Each silver rupiya was mandated to weigh 178 grains, which is about 11.5 grams. He also introduced a new copper coin called the paisa. This simple but powerful reform meant that for the first time, a silver coin from one part of the empire was worth exactly the same as a silver coin from another part. The importance of this standardization cannot be overstated. It was a game changer for the economy. Suddenly, merchants could trade across vast distances with confidence, knowing that the money they received would be accepted everywhere. This boosted commerce, simplified tax collection, and made the entire administration more efficient. Sher Shah Suri's silver rupee was known for its high purity and consistent weight, which quickly made it the most trusted currency in the land. The name rupee itself comes from the Sanskrit word rupiya, which means wrought silver or a coin of silver, showing its direct link to this precious metal. Sher Shah Suri's reforms were so successful that they outlasted his empire. When the Mughals returned to power, they recognized the genius of his system and adopted it as their own. The silver rupee became the foundation of the Mughal monetary system, and in turn, the basis for currencies across the region for the next 400 years. Even the British, when they came to India, built their currency system on the foundation laid by Sher Shah. His vision of a single, reliable silver coin transformed the economy and created a legacy that lives on in the very name of the currency used today in Pakistan, India, and several other countries. When the great Mughal Emperor Akbar came to the throne, he inherited the standardized currency system introduced by Sher Shah Suri. However, Akbar, being a master organizer and empire builder, did not just continue the system. He perfected it and expanded it on a scale never seen before. Under his long and prosperous reign, the silver rupee became the heartbeat of the Mughal economy. Akbar established a network of imperial mints in major cities across the empire, from Kabul to Bengal. Each mint produced silver rupees of astonishingly high quality and uniform standard, solidifying the coin's reputation for reliability. The Mughal silver rupee under Akbar was a work of art and precision. It maintained the weight standard set by Sher Shah, approximately 11.5 grams, and was made of nearly pure silver, often with a purity level of 96% or higher. Unlike earlier coins that used simple symbols, Akbar's rupees were inscribed with beautiful Persian calligraphy. They often featured the emperor's name and titles, the year of his reign, known as the regnal year, and the name of the mint where the coin was made. This level of detail was a powerful statement of imperial authority and control. It meant that every coin was a testament to the emperor's power and the empire's vast reach. The sheer volume of silver rupees produced during the Mughal era was staggering. This was made possible by the discovery of vast silver deposits in the Americas. Spanish galleons transported this silver across the oceans to Europe and Asia, and a significant portion of it ended up in the Mughal Empire to pay for spices, textiles, and other valuable goods. This massive inflow of silver fueled the Mughal economy, funded Akbar's military campaigns, and paid for the construction of magnificent forts, palaces, and tombs. The silver rupee was not just money, It was the engine of the empire's golden age, enabling a flourishing of trade, art, and architecture. This legacy of a high-purity silver coin continued with Akbar's successors, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb. While they introduced their own unique designs, such as Jahangir's famous zodiac coins, the fundamental standard of the silver rupee remained intact. For nearly 2 centuries, the Mughal rupee was one of the most respected currencies in the world. It was a symbol of stability and prosperity. This long period of a reliable silver-based economy left a deep impression on the culture of the subcontinent, cementing silver's status as the ultimate store of value and a symbol of wealth in the minds of the people. When the British East India Company began to expand its influence across the subcontinent, it initially had to deal with the many different currencies in circulation, including the powerful Mughal rupee. To simplify trade and, assert their own authority, the British started minting their own coins. At first, they actually copied the style of the Mughal coins, even putting the name of the Mughal emperor on them to make sure they would be accepted by the local population. However, as their power grew, they began to introduce coins with their own symbols and the portraits of British monarchs, which really marked a major shift in the region's monetary history. In 1835, the British passed the Coinage Act, which established a uniform currency for all the territories under their control. They continued to use the silver rupee as the primary coin, maintaining its traditional weight of 11.66 grams, 1 tola, but setting its silver purity at a standard of 91.7%. These new coins featured the portrait of the reigning British monarch, such as King William IV, Queen Victoria, and later kings. This was a significant change from the Islamic tradition of using calligraphy instead of portraits on coins. The British rupee became the standard currency for over a century, used for everything from paying salaries to buying goods. The transition from Mughal to British coins was not just a change in design, it was a symbol of the transfer of power. The image of a foreign king or queen on the money used every day was a constant reminder of colonial rule. After the partition of the subcontinent in 1947, the newly independent nation of Pakistan faced the challenge of creating its own currency. For the first year, Pakistan continued to use British Indian coins and notes, but with a Government of Pakistan stamp on them. It was a temporary measure while the new country prepared to issue its own money and, establish its own identity. In 1948, Pakistan introduced its first series of coins. The designs were carefully chosen to reflect the new nation's identity and Islamic heritage. Instead of a monarch's portrait, the coins featured symbols like the crescent moon and star, and famous architectural landmarks like the gate of the Badshahi Mosque. Initially, the higher denomination coins, including the 1 rupee coin, were still made of nickel, but the link to silver's legacy remained in the name rupee. This marked the beginning of the end for silver as a circulating currency, as countries around the world began to move away from precious metals for their everyday money. For most of history, silver was money. It was the coin you used to buy bread, pay your taxes, and conduct business. However, in the 20th century, this began to change all over the world, including here in Pakistan. As economies grew and the value of silver itself increased, it simply became too expensive to use for making everyday coins. Governments found it cheaper and, honestly, more practical to use other metals like nickel, copper, and aluminum. At the same time, the global financial system was shifting away from the silver standard, where the value of a currency was directly linked to a specific amount of silver. This shift led to a fascinating transformation in how people viewed silver. As silver coins disappeared from daily circulation, they did not lose their value. Instead, their role changed. Silver was no longer just pocket money. It became a precious metal, a store of value. People began to hold on to old silver coins not for their face value, the 1 rupee stamped on them, but for the value of the silver they contained. An old silver rupee from the British or Mughal era became worth many times its original value, simply because the price of silver in the market had gone up significantly over the decades. This change also gave rise to a new market for silver collectibles. Coins from specific eras, like those of Sher Shah Suri or Emperor Akbar, became highly sought after by collectors and historians. Their value was determined not just by their silver content, but also by their rarity, historical significance, and condition. People began to see these coins as small, tangible pieces of history that could be owned and passed down through generations. This created a new appreciation for the artistry and story behind each coin, separating them from the simple bullion value of their metal content. The final step in this transformation was the move towards paper money and digital transactions. As governments printed more banknotes and banks introduced new ways to pay, the need for physical coins of any kind diminished for large transactions. Silver completed its journey from being a medium of exchange to being a financial asset. It found a new home in the vaults of investors, the display cases of collectors, and the jewelry boxes of families. It became something you save, not something you spend, marking a fundamental change in its relationship with society. Today in Pakistan, silver continues to play a vital and multifaceted role in the economy and culture, even though it is no longer used as currency. Its most important function is as a form of savings and investment, especially for middle-class and lower-income families. While gold is often seen as the ultimate store of value, its high price makes it inaccessible for many. Silver, being much more affordable, offers a practical alternative. People buy silver in various forms: coins, small bars, or even simple jewelry, as a way to protect their savings from inflation and the devaluation of the paper currency. It is a trusted asset that can be easily bought, stored at home, and sold in times of need. The measurement of silver in Pakistan follows traditional standards that have been used for centuries. The most common unit is the tola, which is approximately 11.66 grams. When you go to a jeweler to buy or sell silver, the price is almost always quoted per tola. The international standard unit, the gram, is also used, especially for smaller purchases and in more modern setups. This dual system shows how local traditions coexist with global standards. Over the years, the price of silver has seen a significant increase. What was once a few rupees per tola is now thousands of rupees, making it a profitable long-term investment for those who bought it years ago. Beyond investment, silver is deeply embedded in our culture through jewelry and decorative items. Traditional Pakistani jewelry, from anklets, called payal, and bracelets, or kangan, to intricate necklaces and earrings, often uses silver as its base. It is especially popular in rural areas and for creating tribal and ethnic designs. Silver is also used to make household items like cutlery, tea sets, and decorative pieces, which are often given as wedding gifts and passed down as family heirlooms. These items carry not just monetary value, but also immense sentimental and cultural significance, representing family traditions and blessings. Finally, silver has a growing importance in modern industry. Because of its excellent electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity, and antibacterial properties, silver is a crucial component in many high-tech products. It is used in electronics, such as circuit boards and switches, in the manufacturing of solar panels, and in medical applications for water purification, and as an antimicrobial agent in wound dressings. While this industrial demand is more of a global factor, it contributes to the overall value and price of silver, reinforcing its importance not just as a precious metal, but as a vital industrial commodity. The price of silver is not static. It changes every day, and sometimes even every hour. Understanding the factors that cause these changes is crucial for anyone looking to buy or sell it. One of the biggest drivers is global supply and demand. On the supply side, the amount of silver being mined around the world plays a key role. If a major mine shuts down, the supply could decrease, pushing prices up. On the demand side, industrial use is very important. When the global economy is strong and manufacturing is high, the demand for silver in electronics and solar panels increases, which can also raise its price. Another major factor is the exchange rate, specifically the value of the Pakistani rupee against the US dollar. Silver is an international commodity, and its price is set globally in US dollars per ounce. When the value of the rupee falls against the dollar, it takes more rupees to buy the same amount of silver. This means that even if the global price of silver stays the same, its price in Pakistan will go up. This is why you often see silver and gold prices rise in Pakistan when the rupee weakens. It acts as a hedge against currency devaluation. Local customs and seasonal demand also have a significant impact on silver prices within Pakistan. For example, during the wedding season, which typically runs from autumn to spring, the demand for silver jewelry increases substantially. This surge in local buying can push prices up in the domestic market. Similarly, during festivals or religious occasions, people may buy more silver as gifts or for charitable purposes. These cultural patterns create predictable cycles of demand that local jewelers and investors watch closely to anticipate price movements. Finally, economic stability and global events play a crucial role. During times of economic uncertainty, political instability, or high inflation, people lose faith in paper money and governments. They rush to buy tangible assets like gold and silver to protect their wealth. This is why silver is often called a safe haven asset. A major global crisis, a war, or a financial crash can cause a sudden spike in silver prices as investors all over the world seek safety. The price of silver is therefore a complex dance between industrial demand, investment trends, currency values, and human psychology. Looking ahead, what is the future of silver in Pakistan? Will it continue to be an important asset for families and investors? All signs suggest that silver's role as a trusted store of value will not only continue, but may even grow in importance. In a world of economic uncertainty and rising inflation, the appeal of a physical, tangible asset that you can hold in your hand is stronger than ever. For the average Pakistani family, silver will remain the most accessible way to save for the future, protect against currency devaluation, and build wealth over the long term. Its affordability compared to gold ensures that it will always have a broad base of buyers. For those looking to invest in silver, it is important to have a clear strategy. Silver is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a long-term savings tool. The best approach is to buy it systematically over time, a little bit at a time, rather than trying to time the market. This helps average out the purchase price and reduces the risk of buying at a peak. Before buying, always check for purity. Pure silver is very soft, so it is often mixed with other metals to make it more durable. In Pakistan, look for silver that is at least 92.5% pure, known as sterling silver, or for investment bars and coins, as close to 99.9% pure as possible. When you buy silver, especially coins or bars, make sure you are buying from a reputable jeweler or dealer. The market for fake silver is real, and it is easy for an untrained eye to be fooled. Ask for a receipt that clearly states the weight and purity of the silver you are purchasing. For storage, keep your silver in a dry, safe place. A secure box at home or a bank locker are good options. Proper storage prevents tarnishing and protects your investment from theft. When it comes time to sell, go back to a trusted dealer who will give you a fair price based on the current market rate. In conclusion, the story of silver in Pakistan is a beautiful reflection of our history, culture, and economic wisdom. From the ancient punch-marked coins of Gandhara to the standardized rupees of Sher Shah Suri and the Mughals, silver has been the bedrock of our economy. Today, it has gracefully transitioned from being money in our pockets to being a guardian of our savings. It remains a powerful symbol of family wealth, a cherished part of our traditions, and a tangible link to our magnificent past. For generations to come, the soft, white glow of silver will continue to represent stability, security, and the enduring spirit of our heritage.